I wrote a quick OSA article this morning.
Okay.
And Zack Martin retired. I have not listened to the press conference yet, though. Have you guys?
No.
I did not. He's the one they drafted instead of Johnny Manziel, correct?
Yeah, and I did see that clip where, Steven's up there and Jerry's up there, and he's like, man, I never got kicked so hard in my life than when Steven made me draft this idiot.
Big win
this
for
Hall of
Steven
Famer.
there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a Hall of Fame player.
I know that Jerry talked a little
First
bit
ballot?
afterward. Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he might be first ballot only because of some of the weird, numbers that jump out. You've had more Pro Bowls than holding calls.
It's a
Things
great,
like that.
fun stat.
Yeah, I had a couple of them in here.
We're all pros.
I couldn't believe they let me get away with this one from when he did retire. You've seen the insane statistics: 9 All-Pro designations, 7 first team, 8 false starts, 7 accepted holding penalties. He had fewer holding penalties in pass protection, 0.
0.
Never had a hold on a pass.
Wow.
All 7 were running. He had fewer holding penalties in pass protection, 0, during his career than Jones had public paternity disputes. 1. I kind of forgot that. Forgot that made it.
But yeah, the whole
Jerry talked afterward.
and not Pro Bowls, right? All Pro.
Yeah,
He's on the all-decade team.
Yeah, Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Lots of people can make the Pro Bowl.
You want to talk O-line stats real quick? In JV football, I false started on 3 straight plays.
No.
Yeah. I was ready to get after that ass.
That's
3 straight.
Wait, so you were on offense?
Yeah.
False start. Okay. Yeah.
Micah was across the line. You're always trying to get that extra second.
Crazy.
False starting does not indicate getting after that ass.
Oh, yeah.
You are confused.
I was firing off the ball.
False starting means you're terrified.
I was firing off the ball.
I'm going to try to beat you to this because I don't think I can beat you. So Steven and Jerry talked. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But the Osa deal's nice. It's a 3rd-round pick that I started messing around with. You know the website Over the Cap?
Mm-hmm.
They have a tool that's kind of like what they use in baseball. You know where you can look at like wins per WAR or million per WAR, that whole bit? Like a guy's 3 WAR, what'd you pay him? Did you get your value?
Yeah.
They use some Pro Football Focus data to do something like that and see, like, okay, how much did this player actually create in value? And the Cowboys paid Osa $5 million for the first 4 years of his time in the NFL, 5 total. And I think his value was something like $50 million, 40 or 50 million.
Wow. So what must the value of somebody like Dak be? If you can land a quarterback.
Every year, I would actually just kind of have to throw Dak out because the first 4 years Dak was drafted, every year, every service or website did these studies, his would fuck everything up. Because it just made no sense.
As far as the average value?
You can't, you're paying a guy $500,000 and he's producing like $35 million in value a year by being a top 10 starting quarterback.
Yeah.
It would throw the whole data set off.
Okay.
But in this case, Osa was a huge value. Now you're paying him $20 million a year. There's a guy who made $5 million in 4 years, and they just gave him $50 million in a signing bonus.
That must
2
feel
days ago.
so good.
And his mom was
and
there.
Earned, absolutely earned.
His mom was there with him. And I watched a couple interviews with him, one with Kay Adams, one with McAfee, and he's talking about how great it was to have his mom there, and he sat down with her afterward and just said, hey, this part of it's over. Now I'm just playing for championships and legacies, but you're good. You're good.
Cool that he didn't have to go somewhere else to get it.
Didn't have to go somewhere else. We didn't hear a bunch of talk about it.
That really does usually happen with your interior defensive linemen, especially here.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are maybe getting up to speed a little bit. That Chris Jones makes $30 million a year.
Well, they're getting up to speed or just behind the trend.
They paid him what everybody thought he was going to get, which is about $20 million a year. They were going to franchise him if they didn't. That was going to be 25. So they're still.
Did you see? Speaking of that, I think interior D line passed defensive end on the franchise price. Like the average of the top 5 DLs is more than the edge rushers now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure
crazy.
I heard that, which was like, whoa, because it's pretty standard, those positions and what you get money for. But D-line is being so properly valued now, interior D-line, that I think that number's higher than for defensive ends.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Chris Jones one definitely does. I mean, he makes like $31 million a year. But Osa at 20, he's still only the 15th highest paid defensive tackle. So, usually you sign a guy and it's like, well, he's the highest paid right now, but that's just how it is. In a couple years, it'll be a good deal. He's already just paid average. So it's tough to argue with.
Is there not concern that like he had a career year, that he had a contract year?
It's possible, but, he had – I don't know what that – I guess. But he had like an insane amount of production the year before too for his snaps, and he plays with Micah. Like Micah's going to get double and triple teamed a lot. And having a guy inside that can make a play is very, very helpful. And it works both ways.
This also keeps Micah happy, right?
Yeah. And it makes it easier for Micah to make plays because
if that's something we still want to do in this sports town.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing this morning is just like writing, hey, this is just good news. It's a good deal for the players. Mom's happy. It's a good deal for the team. I didn't hear it. Oh, and I
got it done before draft and free agency.
Got it done real early. No talk about how he was out of shape or greedy or the pie like the Jones like to bring up. And I did think it was funny listening to Osa that Brian Schottenheimer sent a really nice bottle of champagne to his celebration dinner with his family. Because I was under the impression that if an athlete consumes alcohol, they are not to be congratulated or celebrated, but embarrassed and excoriated and traded.
Was he like,
I don't know who that
Brian
is.
Who? Yeah, does he have an idea who?
Oh, there was
and
one.
Pronounced Schotten.
There was one part of the Kay Adams interview that was kind of funny. He didn't realize Mike McCarthy wasn't coaching this year. He's like, what? Really?
Oh, wasn't coaching anywhere?
Yeah.
He was aware he was not.
He was aware he had been fired.
Or not re-signed.
Not re-signed.
Or whatever. Yeah, as far as greedy and the pie, it does feel like unless it's a top-tier, top-of-the-market guy, they generally get these done.
It's a big deal, though.
But they got Tyron Smith done pretty easily. Although he was somewhere more near the top of the market, I would say, at least as a player.
Yeah, he's better.
Who's the linebacker with the sunglasses?
Jalen.
Yeah. They seem to somehow get some of these done, but then when it comes to the defensive end, when it comes to quarterback, when it comes to a running back,
yeah, we'll see.
Or even wide receiver, right? CD they didn't get done early, obviously. He wasn't even in camp.
Made sure to take care of Gallup off that ACL, though.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I can feel myself having to have hope for the Cowboys that I was not planning on.